Hello. I've just gotten my channel monetized. Yeah, I think many of you know that already. Once again, I sat on the wrong side of the chair. Alright, so, and then, there is that thing, there is that issue with. I was just thinking how people change very often after they get monetized and start making money from this. Yeah, there's a challenge, it's a challenge, but for me it's never gonna happen because I don't really do that stuff. I'm not a shill, I never will be, and fortunately I also don't live in a country where this happens a lot. I don't know if there are any shills here in Norway, but probably not big shills anyway. Yeah, sometimes it is a little harder, I guess, to have a channel if you are from a country that is like not very whatever. It's not a very famous country, let's say, or a country with too many inhabitants, and of course I have seen a few Norwegians who have big channels, but it's mostly people, this guy, what was his name, Bull Hansen something, he talks about these things, politics and stuff, and there is always an audience for that, the type of talk he does. Yeah, I guess he's pretty like, I don't know, he seems pretty right wing to me, and but anyway, the thing is, too often people start well, with their channel, and they have something to contribute, and they are very kind of honest and open and unbiased and all that, and then it gets to this, they get monetized, and they get these endorsements and offers and you name it, and then it all changes, of course, gradually, maybe not at once, but gradually, as they start earning more and get more subs. Suddenly it's like they start like choosing their words, and not really being so honest anymore. Because they have this, I would call it, customer base, or something. They have, anyway, they have their sponsors, and they have to now think about what they will say and talk about, and to avoid upsetting anybody who is behind them financially, and yeah, unfortunately, then their channel becomes much less anyway about honesty and integrity, and yeah, like, to quote myself from my song Noble Shilling, it is 2020, so who gives a shit about integrity? You might say that is true in many cases. I mean, especially when it comes to people that we call shills. I mean, we know by now they don't have any integrity. If they ever had it, that's long gone by now, buddy. So people are probably now asking themselves, how is boss gonna be now that he's gotten his channel monetized, and he offers memberships? Rest assured, I don't think I will change at all. I mean, first of all, like many of these people that I know, they have been kind of monetized for a while, and maybe not, let's say, but maybe age doesn't always play much difference, but I think it plays a little. All right, so people like these big time YouTubers, fragrance YouTubers especially, they kind of started making money while they were still kind of young or younger, and they weren't in their late 40s like I am anyway. So now, for me it happened late, all right, this whole thing. If you can call it success, all right, let's call it that. A modest kind of success anyway. And but the sad thing is, like, still, I mean, you can see the difference, right, from people, between people who are just there to earn, and people who really love what they are doing, and love reaching out to an audience, to people. Because I've seen channels like, once again, back to that thing, subs versus views. I've seen channels who have maybe even less subs than I do. I say even because I don't think I have so many 2,000, like, 270. I have seen people, or let's say with as many subs as me, but their videos get far more views than I do, or even than people who have 100,000 subs. And isn't that, like, it is? It's not sad, because I'm sure they don't really care so much now that they are making money, but at some point I'm sure it was sad for them when they just got there, and then you see, oh, still the views aren't really getting up there as I thought they would, like 100k subs, 5 to 10k views, it's really nothing. Like, if you have 100k, you would expect at least like 50k views or something, at least. But no, they are not getting that. 5,000-6,000, at best 10. So yeah, it is, I mean, it is just pretty it is sad, I guess, in a way, and it's very telling about the state of this thing, this thing of ours. No, not that one. Yeah, if you only care about making money and showing your face out there, and rather than what you bring, your content, then I don't have much else to say, but it is sad. And it is bad. Like, if I started doing that, I feel terrible, really. I wouldn't feel good about myself. I'm like, oh, I got 300 views, I don't give a shit, at least I get money, from, yeah. From who, I get money. I get super chats, that's enough for me. 5-6 super chats, maybe $10-$20. I'm satisfied. That's how they think, But money isn't all there is. I mean, all there is. I mean, in the end, when you look back, maybe you have now decided to close your channel after 20 years, let's say 15-20 years, and then you look back and you think, all right, I did make money, but aside from that, what did I really do here? What did I achieve? Like, yeah, maybe I even got a shill contract, to put it away. Maybe I even got a fragrance or two released in my name, But still, none of my videos had more than maybe 100 people in the chat. And this other guy has far less subs than I do, but he gets like 300 people in the chat, maybe, right? So, what's it about? Tell me. It is so yeah. Back to the main point. I'm just telling you, don't worry about this. Don't worry about this. That the danger of me becoming like them is really small. By the way, I mean, yeah, I mean, let's be honest, let's be frank. Also, another reason why I never will is because simply, I'm like, once again, 2,000 subs. If I get to 3,000, I'll be happy. I will be happy. Eventually, maybe I will get to that, but it still won't play that big role, for me. But for these people, it is all they think about, it is all they care about, pretty much, and so yeah, there is not much chance of me becoming like that. I mean, maybe like if some kind of company, let's say in future, if I get to like maybe 4 or 5 thousand subs one day, maybe if some company, especially if they were based here somewhere in Scandinavia, and where like Panadora, for instance, of course, that's far-fetched. I love that company, that house. If they said, "Hey, boss, we want to make a fragrance for you, and you've been really complimentary of our fragrances, and now we want to return the favor now that you become a YouTuber, let's say, of note." Of course, I would say no. Who would say no? But and of course I would promote it. Fuck yeah, man! I would have a stream and whatever, what not, a video. But I wouldn't then go and think, sit back and think, gee, I'm now a big deal, So now I should maybe get an even well, maybe not more expensive membership, or maybe but yeah, that's how people think. How can I now draw more money from this? No, for me that would be it. I would be over the moon, people, and that would be enough for the rest of my life. That one perfume that I would get, if I would get, as I said, of course, I don't think that will ever happen. That's just a fantasy scenario, right? That would be enough for me for the rest of my life. I wouldn't ask for more. That's me. I'm modest, right? I am modest, so not bragging. I'm very modest. So, but yeah, I mean, it's never gonna happen. If it was a Norwegian company, that would be nice too, so I could get a chance to promote a Norwegian house as well. Wonderful, it would be, but no, I don't think it will happen. But as I said, if it should happen someday, that will be enough for me to really be happy. And but yeah, these people, like, there are people who have gotten fragrances made, and just did worse for their egos. It did worse. It's terrible. They look so fucking smug about it, and they try to hide it, but no, you cannot hide it. It's like, I'm a big shot now. Like, you should like worship me or something. Yeah. Anyway, I think that's pretty much it. It's not gonna change, alright? It's just that I now can get some money from this, but it's not gonna be big money, of course. Another thing is I can never really, I'm not allowed to earn too much also because of certain things, laws. But yeah, anyway, enough about that. It's just another info for you, right? That I could never really like earn big money here. I don't know how much people earn at most, but I would imagine it is more than I would be allowed to earn, right? All right, bye.